The donkey who sleeps beside my husband and thinks we're his parents. You're probably wondering the same thing everyone else does when they see him in our house.
Come into the drive.
Wait, do you guys actually live with a donkey, like, inside the house?
What's the matter?
Yes. Yes, we do. And not just any donkey. His name is Cash, and every single night, he gets his warm bottle, waddles into our bedroom, and falls asleep right next to my husband like it's the most normal thing in the world. And maybe by now, It Island Cash isn't just an animal. He's a miracle we never saw coming. A living reminder that sometimes the ones we end up loving the deepest are the ones we never expected to find. Cash isn't just an animal. He's a miracle we never saw coming. A living reminder that sometimes the ones we end up loving the deepest are the ones we never expected to find. Let me take you back to the morning everything changed. It started off like any other day on our little farm, quiet, peaceful, and honestly kind of uneventful. My husband and I were out doing routine fence checks, just walking the land and sipping our coffee. We wandered into a part of the property we rarely go into, one of those forgotten corners where the grass grows taller than your boots and time moves slower. And then we saw one of our donkeys, panting, pacing, standing awkwardly over something small and unmoving. At first I thought it was just a pile of straw, but then it twitched. My heart dropped. The baby was already out. Way too early. We hadn't prepared for this birth. None of the signs were there. She wasn't due for weeks. I remember how she suddenly turned aggressive, kicking, stomping, panicked. Instinct took over. I ran toward the baby, yelling for my husband. He cut the umbilical cord with shaky hands. I scooped up the soaking wet, fragile little creature who couldn't even hold up his head. We didn't talk, we just moved. Straight to the house. Straight to survival mode. That was the beginning of Cash's story. We stayed up the entire first night, watching, feeding, holding, praying. He was so weak, barely moving. His breaths were shallow. We took turns keeping him warm, feeding him milk, whispering to him, and sometime around 4 a.m., I looked into his eyes and saw it. Not fear, not pain, but fight. That tiny body, barely the size of a medium dog, had a will to live that cracked our hearts wide open. So we became his parents. Not because we planned to, but because he needed us and we just couldn't walk away. The days that followed were blurry with exhaustion, feeding every few hours, learning how to help him stand, cheering like lunatics when he took his first wobbly steps across the living room. Then one day, he ran, just full on, sprinted from the kitchen to the hallway like he was late for something. He skidded into walls, bucked his little legs, and let out the tiniest bray like, "I'm here, world!"
Come on, Cashy. Come on. There we go. There we go, rock star.
From that day on, Cash lived inside. He became part of the rhythm of our lives. Bedtime bottles. Morning cuddles. And every night when we turn the lights off, he walks over to my husband's side of the bed, lays down on his blanket, and sleeps through the night. Like the sweet house donkey, he Island. People still can't believe it. They'll ask, doesn't he make a mess? Doesn't it smell? But the truth is, Cash is cleaner than most dogs I know. He's gentle, curious, hilarious, and he knows exactly where home is right next to us. Sometimes he'll stand by the door and brace softly when I leave the room. Other times, he'll lean his head on my lap and blink those long lashes at me like a toddler asking for a hug. We've introduced him to his birth mom again, through the fence. There's no anger, no confusion, just joy. He knows who he is, and he knows who we are. He thinks we're his mom and dad, and honestly, we do too. It's strange how quickly something so unexpected can feel so natural. Cash has taught us that love doesn't always come in the shape you expect. Sometimes it comes with hooves, a bray, and the softest little nuzzle against your neck when you need comfort the most. And in case you're wondering, no, we didn't set out to raise a donkey in our house, but once he was in our arms, there was no turning back. If you're thinking about adopting or rescuing an animal, don't just do it for the cuteness. Do it for the bond, the commitment, the long nights and early mornings, because you're not just saving a life, you're letting another soul change yours. Sometimes we don't get to choose who walks into our lives, but we do get to choose to open the door. And I promise you this, some of the best families begin with the unexpected, like a house donkey named Cash.
Easy, baby. Oh, he's missed you.
If this story moved you even just a little, give it a like. And feel free to share it with someone who needs a reminder of what kindness can do. And hey, if you've been part of a story like this, if you've witnessed something beautiful, brave, or simply kind, drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Because stories like these, they keep hope alive.